So for today's video, I want to be talking about a article that I came across over the weekend, titled "Transgender Former Football Coach Makes Maxim Australia's Hot 100 List." Now, if you scroll past the title, you're met with this photo here, and this is Daniel Laidley, who now goes by Danny. And it says a transgender former football coach is among who made the cut in the men's magazine's list of 100 hot women. This year's list was topped by actress Margot Robbie, an obvious choice given the success of Barbie. But arguably the most noteworthy inclusion on the list of fine and fierce femmes is former Australian football player and coach Daniel Danny Laidley. Editor-in-Chief Santo Pintado referred to the 100 as an annual, eclectic, and definitive list of Australian women who have impressed, made headlines, or simply had a huge year. So as you can see here, Margot Robbie, she's on the cover. Makes sense. However, Riley Gaines posted on this and decided to say, number 92 of the top 100 hottest women in the world, according to Maxim magazine in Australia. How do we get to the point where companies and institutions, publications can do this with no fear of backlash? So, this was Daniel before. This is Daniel now. The article goes on to say, another user wrote, I don't know what's worse, the fact that he made the list to begin with, or the fact that he somehow got a better ranking than the year compared to last year. Radio host Dana Loish fumed, Maxim doesn't know what hot means or what a woman is. While town hall columnist Derek Hunter remarked, the only shock here is that Maxim still exists. Now, it does go on to talk about Danny's controversial past, and when I looked further into it, the former trans racial, I guess it would be, person, Ollie London, was the gentleman who thought he was Korean, or he identified as Korean and did all this stuff. Anyways, he's detransitioned, I guess you could say, and now wrote, this is the 92nd hottest woman in the world according to Maxim magazine. In this year's list of the hottest women, a biological man placed 92nd on the list. Daniel Laidley, a former men's football coach, officially announced his transition in 2020 and was arrested in the same year for stalking a woman and bombarding her with over 100 menacing phone calls and messages. One of the messages included, I'm going to ram you with a car when you leave. During his arrest, he was found in possession of 0.4 kilograms of meth crystals stuffed in his, none other than his bra. During the trial, his lawyer blamed gender dysphoria for his behavior. Now, as per mentioned, he is ranked 92 here. And what I found interesting was in that article, it mentioned that he actually moved up. So I went and I looked, and yes, Danny actually made the 2022 list as number 100. Now has moved up 8 whole spots. So I thought, how could this man, again, who looks like this, well, first of all, get onto the list, period, but also, which women did this man beat? So I did a quick little Google search, and we're just going to go through those photos right now. This is number 100, Michelle Bullock. Older woman. I definitely think she's prettier than him. And is an actual woman, which I think is a main criteria for this list. We have number 99, Anastasia, not even going to try to pronounce it. She's a cabinet minister. Again, older lady, but a woman nonetheless. Then we have number 98, Senator Lydia Thorpe. I think definitely prettier than him. Number 97, we had these sisters, Beck Jude and Kate Twigley. Not sure how he beat these two, who are women, but he somehow did. Number 96, we have Penny Wong, who is also a senator and also a woman. At 95, we have an actual Maxim model. This lady, Molly Moyes, I believe you pronounce her last name, has actually donned the cover of the Maxim magazine, I think 2, maybe 3 times, has had many shoots throughout the magazine, and granted, is very pretty. And some would definitely say hot. In the 94 spot, we have this woman here, Michelle Kimberly. Obviously has had work done to herself, but again, still many would arguably say attractive, far more attractive than Danny there, and again, is a woman. And the last person that Danny beat was number 93, Jodie Hayden, who again is prettier, in my opinion, than Danny, and again is also a woman. Now, many may say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but I just don't understand how we've gotten to this point in our society where people like Caitlyn Jenner wins Women of the Year. Dylan Mulvaney, I believe, just won Woman of the Year for some queer publication. You know, we have women being recognized on International Women's Day by the U.S., a trans woman being recognized, while the Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau then tweets, "Trans women are women." We have now in beauty pageants, we have Miss Netherlands, who's a man, has now won. Not to mention the new owner of Miss Universe is also a trans woman. I just found out Miss Portugal, who just won and is going to be representing Portugal in Miss Universe, is also a trans woman. Then we have Miss Nevada from earlier this year as well, another trans woman. And this all kind of sparked when I first saw Miss Dairy, Greater Dairy, win earlier as well this year. Now, that being said, I definitely think, you know, Nevada, Portugal, even you could say maybe Miss Netherlands has put in the effort and at least tried to look a little bit more feminine versus Danny. But regardless of how much you pass or how much you look like a woman, the point is you're not a woman. It's just getting absolutely nuts. And the fact that this guy was on the list last year at 100, and again, Anastasia was number 99. Number 99. A lot of these women who he passed were on the list last year, and they have hardly really moved up at all. Now, how he was able to move up the list, yet those women stayed basically within their same zones or moved up maybe a spot or two, I don't understand. But something's in the water, and we gotta fix that. We gotta filter out that poison. Let me know what you guys thought about all this craziness, and as always, I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks so much.